Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to come and talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Part two. This is the reunion. The reunion was good to me. To me, I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good reunion. Um, let's just go ahead and get into this mess, y'all. I thought it was actually a great part two, honestly. Can I say something? And I may be in the minority with a lot of my opinions during this video, but I just feel like it gotta be said. I feel like it gotta be said. All right, so let's just start out with Kiki and Tisha. So Tisha basically lets us know that while Kiki has, okay, let me talk about Tisha for 2 seconds. I'm not mad at Tisha for coming to the reunion and giving us a show, right? Because we watch these shows to be entertained. And we know that when it's time to, for the girls and boys to come down to the reunion, it's time to discuss what happened throughout the season, but also entertain the people who are watching. So I feel like what's happened with Tisha, and I think I said this in my last review, is that Tisha really went throughout the season not like trying to go there with people. Stormy, even when Stormy was calling Marcel all types of, calling him out of his name, Tisha really didn't pounce on Stormy like, girl, if I was Tisha, I would have done. I'm not saying me as a man. I'm saying if I was Tisha, you're not going to sit there and keep calling my husband OB. Not in front of my face. Okay? That's just not going to happen, girl. We're going to have to twirl, or either we're going to have to just curse each other out to the bone, okay? But girl, maybe Quan is kept like somebody said, maybe Tisha think that Marceau is a V. Girl, I said, okay. Anyway, so I think that Tisha has now watched the season and been gassed up with some of the commentary that she's seen on social, they love social media. And now she coming in, girl, handing the girls the business. So she lets us know something that really and truly, Tisha could have let us know this. No, wait, Tisha could have let us know. Wait, Tisha could have let us. Wait, Tisha could have let us know. Wait, no, Tisha could have let us. Wait, Tisha could have informed us of this information. I was like, I said, no. Anyways, Tisha could have informed us of this information a long time ago, but she's choosing now to tell us the tea. And the tea is basically Kiki and her husband both cheat on each other. Now, this is the problem that I'm having with Kiki. Kiki, girl. I don't know if Kiki thinks that Tisha is a dummy because she thinks or knows that Marceau cheated on Tisha and Tisha didn't get her lick back. In my honest opinion, I always feel, yes, I know that women cheat first in some situations, but I feel like the majority of the time, a man cheats first and then the woman gets her lick back. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. All the girls that I've met, girl, along the way, they always cheat second. Girl, if they tell me, girl, I went out and messed with so-and-so, it's because they found out their man was messing with so-and-so. So they just got their lick back. Now it's ghetto. I know it's ghetto. Some of y'all do it. It's ghetto, but that's just what it is. So I don't know if Kiki is saying that Tisha is dumb because she knows that Marceau cheated on her and she didn't get her lick back. But Kiki, you can't be talking about nobody's marriage or relationship, period, and talk about infidelities when, girl, you and your man is out here, girl, throwing puss and D around town and have been probably for your entire marriage. Like, I don't understand Kiki's issue with Marceau if he is shitting on Tisha when your nigga cheating on you and you cheating on him. Like, I don't get it. Am I on an island by myself with that one? Like You can't say nothing about Tisha, man, possibly cheating on her when you got community dick laying right beside you. And on top of that, it sounded like at one point, Kiki, your man wasn't about shit. He taking money from you, from your household, from your kids to take another bitch out. And you got the nerve to call Tisha dumb? If Tisha dumb, you dumb as fuck. Because as soon as I found out my man has snatched some money from me, I'm thinking he just needs them to hold him over, and you taking another bitch out? Kiki ain't got no business on that stage calling nobody dumb. Carlos asked Kimmy and Mel, what do they think about Tisha? Do they think Tisha is in denial? When I say I screamed, when Mel was like, go Kimmy. And Kimmy was like, no, go Mel. No, you go Kimmy. No, you go. Basically, long story short, Kimmy basically said in a nutshell, girl, we all need to let it. I felt like Kimmy was basically saying, girl, we just need to let it go. It ain't no proof. Girl, we still talking about this. Girl, 4, 5, 6, 18 seasons later. Girl, what are we talking about? And that's why I feel like, I know that's where I stand on it. And I feel like that's where a lot of viewers stand on it too. Like, yes, girl, we've been talking about Marceau allegedly cheating on Tisha for like 3 seasons now, 4 seasons. Girl, at this point, girl, let it go. Girl, we don't care about Marceau cheating on Tisha. Tisha, I think a lot of people, based off what I've seen, and I'm one of those people, I think that a lot of people think that at one point Marceau was cheating on Tisha. Okay? But I think also we're at a point where we don't care. Okay? And I'm speaking for a lot. I feel like I'm speaking for a lot of people now who watch the show. If Tisha want to let her man cheat in peace, then girl, let that man cheat in peace. We don't care no more. And the truth of the matter is, even though I know some of y'all don't like Marceau, and Marceau did get on my nerves, but Marceau was a likable person to me. Even though he's a mess, it's something about Marceau that does. Even though Marceau is a hot-ass mess, Maurice is a hot-ass mess, Martell is a hot-ass mess, there is something about Marceau that makes him likable. I don't know what it is, right? But anyways, I just feel like a lot of people have gotten to the point where it's like, girl, if Tisha don't care, we shouldn't care. And what I was about to say, I forgot my train of thought. I thought I lost my thought. I need to slow down. That's what it is. I'm trying to get these videos out. I need to go to the store. And so I feel like that's why I can't even get my thoughts together. I'm mixing up words. Don't know what. Is it no, a known, a new? Right? But the truth of the matter is, let me slow down. We haven't seen, ain't no bit, like, we can sit here and think that Marceau cheated on Tisha all day long, but ain't nobody came forward. That doesn't mean that he hasn't cheated, right? That could mean that he's just good at cheating. Or he made sure that the girls' checks were clearing, right? But the truth of the matter is, it's been 4 seasons. 5 seasons. How many seasons? 6 seasons. It's been 6 seasons. And not one girl has come forward. So at some point, we all have to let it go. Mel basically says that Tisha wants proof, but we all know how Mel feels. Just go back and watch seasons 1 and 2 when Mel found out her nigga wasn't shit. Okay, so we know how Melody really feel about Marceau cheating on Tisha. Okay, the drug test that Kiki took. Listen, we just gonna call it for what it is, girl. Either that was somebody else's piss, like Marceau said, either she didn't take the test, because if you're on methadone and the test comes back negative, but you tell us you're on methadone, I can't believe the other stuff that's negative. You see what I'm saying? Like, At that point, I have to question everything about that test. Kiki says that she's 100% sober. This is the thing about Kiki in the Scots, and when I'm talking about Marceau and Tisha, somebody lying, either both of them lying, but anytime they talked, both of them had two different stories. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. I was talking to my sister, my biological sister, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm inclined to believe that when it comes to the truth, who's telling the truth, who's closest to the truth, I believe it's Marceau and Tisha. I'm sorry, it's something about Kiki that just gives me, you gotta watch her. And maybe it's because how Kiki came onto the show, right? We know Kiki came onto the show when we were first introduced to Kiki, I think when Tisha graduated again. And remember, I think they had that party in the park or something. And I think Kiki and some of Tisha's family, I guess, called themselves like kind of trying to check Kimmy. Remember that? And then that's when Tisha and Mel kind of fell out, and then Mel invited Kiki to her Christmas party or sleepover or something like that. And my good eye has been on Kiki ever since. My good eye really was on Kiki prior to that, when she tried to come onto the show and bring us some stuff that they had discussed like 5 years ago. And I was like, oh, Kiki trying to get on the show. So I don't know if I trust everything that comes out of Kiki's mouth. She low-key gives me scammer. Girl, not like an stunt queen type of way, right? She just gives me like, I would have to question everything that she has to say. She just does. She just does. I'm sorry, girl. I know a lot of people don't like the Scots, but Kiki, I don't know. I think Kiki is a gorgeous woman. But it's just something about Kiki that just don't sit right with my spirits. It just don't. let me shut up. Let me shut up. Marceau, and Tiffany. Tiffany comes out. I'm not gonna lie. When they did that package on Tiffany, the segment on Tiffany, girl, I was in here almost boohoo crying. Girl, I thought that was so sad when Tiffany was sitting on that couch with the baby, basically saying how she lost herself. I think she said she lost herself, and it was just sad because it just was sad. It just was a sad thing. And Tiffany's not the only one who's been through postpartum. Tiffany didn't think that she would be one of those girls, right? And when it started happening, she didn't know how to deal with it. Well, they dealt with it, but she didn't. I don't think she knew how to deal with it because she didn't think it was going to happen. So they walked away from the show, which I think was the best thing. Anyways, Tiffany, Martell, and Marceau. Here we go again with another one of my opinions where I feel like I'm in the minority. Me personally, and y'all, if you've been watching my channel for years now, you know where I stand on this. I personally don't have an issue with men and women when it comes to confrontation. I understand that you need to watch I also understand why it could be dangerous for a woman to get in confrontation with a man, because we know that some of these men are very sensitive, right? And they will pop you in your face because they think you got a smart mouth. So don't get it twisted. I understand why in some cases it may be best for a woman not to go back and forth with the man because you can't trust these men, girl. I guess it would just depend on the man that may be in the confrontation, right? Me personally, like me, girl, if we got into an argument, you ain't never got to worry about me hitting you. I don't fight. I ain't never had no fight ever in my life. So, girl, we just gonna argue and then, girl, we can go out for drinks afterwards, okay? But, girl, I'm gonna say what the hell I got to say. You can say what the hell you got to say, and, girl, we can be done with it. We ain't gotta get disrespectful, right? Even if we start cursing a little bit, girl, we ain't gotta go low to the flow. But, girl, I'm gonna say what I got to say. You can say what you got to say, and then, girl, we gonna be done because I'm a grown ass man and you a grown ass woman. But I also know there are people out there, there are a large group of people out there who believe that a man and a woman shouldn't really have confrontation. A man should definitely watch the way that he speaks to a woman. I know that Martell is, y'all know Martell is not my favorite person, but Martell was not wrong for confronting Tiffany with the whole mess. Now, don't get it twisted. It was entertaining. You know, Tiffany was a messy starter this season, so I was entertained by the way that Tiffany was moving, but I also have to look at it from Martell's point of view. Tiffany was disrespectful, and that was inappropriate. The questions that she was asking Sheree. So if Tiffany did it, Martell, I'm going straight to Tiffany. I'm not going to your husband. But I also think too that if the roles were reversed and it was Melody and Lou walked up to Melody, I know that Martell would be upset. So I don't think that I do believe that Martell is doing something that he knew he would be upset about, but I still don't think that Martell was wrong for approaching Tiffany because she was the one who did it. And I don't really think, when I watched it back, y'all, Marceau really wasn't disrespectful towards Tiffany. He was sitting there like putting gasoline on the mess, being a messy starter, right? But he really wasn't disrespectful towards Tiffany. I believe that when Tiffany carried that information back to her husband, she put 100 on 10. And I also feel there are some women out there, it's no tea, no shade, but we telling the truth in 2024. There are a group of women out there who are messy starters, like Tiffany, like Stormy, who then get into some shit and then go back and then gas their husbands up. And now your husband is put in a position where now he has to defend you. And your husband may get his ass whooped. Somebody could end up in the hospital. Or girl, 6 feet under. All because, girl, you really starting some shit, or you making shit bigger than what it needs to be. Instead of owning your part, Tiffany, girl. Instead of owning your part, Stormy. You going back telling your husband some shit that really was business, and you're making it personal. So that's why I stand on it. I don't think Martell and Marceau were wrong. I think Tiffany was wrong. She was the one who was starting shit at the thing with Sheree. And now y'all mad because Martell went and basically told Tiffany your ass was out of line. And now it becomes this, oh, don't address my wife. Girl. Anyways. Is Karen the negative thing? Listen. We all know the term Karen came about because of the way that white women act. So when someone says that you're acting like a Karen, we're basically saying you're acting like an entitled white woman. Okay? You're acting like a white woman. There's nothing positive, in my opinion, about being called a Karen. So even we can call black women Karens. Girl, it don't matter who it is. If somebody calls you a Karen, that's not like Martell said, it's negative. I ain't gonna lie, I did start laughing when Martell was like, it's negative. It's negative, right? So, Tiffany, you do have moments when it comes across like you're a Karen. Girl, we're gonna have to call a thing a thing. Now, I know it's probably hurtful because, like Tiffany said, I'm the closest one to white on the stage. So you call me Karen. It could be now we can start going into, oh, are you calling her Karen because she's half white? She grew up with a white family. No, they call you Karen because, girl, that's how you act sometimes, right? Martell, he still has feelings for Mel. We're gonna call it what it is. I don't think that Martell, the simple fact that we even still talking about Martell and Melody in season 6, girl, lets us know, should let them know that we need something else to talk about. Girl, Martell and Melody are divorced, been divorced, girl. Why are we still talking about Martell and Melody and what they're going through, or what they went through years ago? But nonetheless, we know that Martell, at least we think Martell, listen, Martell never thought that Melody was going to leave him. And quiet as it's kept, if they were not on television, Melody would still be with Martell. Melody already let us know that it wasn't the baby. It's not the baby that Martell had that didn't want to make her be back with Martell. It was the disrespect for Martell. So Melody let us know that out of her own goddamn mouth. Now, I thought she was dumb as hell for saying, bitch, girl, I'm sorry. We love the kids. We love the babies. The babies ain't did shit. Have a baby on me if you want to. And I'm talking about everybody. Now, I'm not even talking about Martell and his situation. I'm just saying anybody. Girl, have a baby on me if you want to. Girl, fuck you, fuck that baby mama, and fuck that baby too. Girl, I'm hot. Girl. It's bad enough to already get cheated on, but you think I'm about to, girl, a baby? A whole baby. But I also don't believe that I also hate when men who have kids outside of their relationship, they don't have relationships with the kids because the wife or the girlfriend, hey, Gabrielle Union, because we hear stories about you not dealing with that baby that Dwayne Wade had on you. Now, I think that is fucked up. Because if you're going to accept the man and stay with the man, then you should accept the kid too. You can't be with a man and then be like, fuck the kid. Like, no. Fuck everybody. Okay? Girl, I'm getting my shit and I'm gone. Anyways, Ariane. They should bring Ariana to the show. I think they should bring Ariana to the show. I really do. Ariane, girl. We're going to have to just call it for what it is, girl. You look like a goddamn fool. When I tell you, everybody knows, I think everybody believes that Martell and Ariana are in a relationship. It may be toxic. It may be one of those back and forths, right? But it's a relationship. I think everybody thinks that. But the gag is, and if Ariane told me that me and Martell are in a relationship, I would believe Ariane. I would. Even if Martell told me, no, we're not. I would still like, you lying. But the fact that Martell continues to get on TV are just platforms, period. And girl, deny, like he ain't got nothing to do with that girl. And girl, you still, I can guarantee you, I don't know what happened the other day. I don't know why Martell was arrested or who. Well, we know why he was arrested, but I don't know who was involved, right? But I can guarantee you, if Martell wanted to post a video with Ariane right now, she will be right there standing in the front of Martell, cheesing and grinning and smiling. Like she got her one. That man would not claim Ariane to save his life at all. One thing I do, the one thing I don't, the one thing I'm not mad at is Melody having smoke for both of them. One thing I hate is when y'all niggas cheat on y'all and then y'all want to give all the smoke to the woman. No. I like the fact that, especially now, that Melody has smoke for Ariane and for Martell. It's not to excuse him because he the one who allowed it to happen. But at some point, it's kind of like, Ariane, you got something to do with it too. You DMing Melody, calling the house, calling his cell phone, whatever you were doing. So at some point, the smoke has to be directed to you too. So I'm not mad at Melody for basically saying what she said about Ariane. Because again, Melody has smoke for both of them, just not the woman. Shout out to Ariane, girl. Ariane, you too simple-minded for me. A gorgeous girl, just simple-minded. Girl. Oh, Sheree. I mean, girl, it wasn't. We already know Sheree and Martell. That was a business arrangement. Nobody ever thought that Martell and Sheree were together. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I think the Sheree is a gorgeous woman. I think she has a banging body, right? But I don't think that Martell ever looked at Sheree in a sexual way. I honestly don't. I could see him probably. To me, Martell's type is like a Portia. I could see him being into Portia Williams. Portia, Ariane, Melody, those are his types. I don't even see Kenya being his type. I don't. And y'all know Kenya is one of the baddest bitches walking around the world, okay? But they're too old for Martell. So I don't think anybody ever thought that Martell and Sheree were together. Quiet as this kept, you know, it was a rumor going around that Carlos was the one who basically, I guess, convinced them to, I guess, hook up and do it for the TV show. You know, it's giving shine to OWN. And girl, quiet as it's kept, Bravo don't need shit from OWN. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so Melody says that it was a business arrangement. He said it in court. Bitch, when I tell you, when Martell stormed off that stage in those jeggings in that top, that is when I tell you that suit is nice, I would wear the dog shit out of that suit. Girl, it's just a little too tight for me. He needs to go up a size bigger. You know, your mama say, baby, go up a size bigger. Girl, so you can grow into it. Girl. That suit is nice. I love everything about that suit except just the size of the suit. When Martell stormed off that stage, it looked like his big ass back was about to pop all bust out of that suit like he was the Incredible Hulk. I said, girl, what is going on? Martell was walking, storming off stage. I said, girl. I mean, they're going back and forth about, I guess, the things that Martell has said or brought the kids into the situation. Melody tearing Martell up. She always do. Melody lets us know that she used to whoop Martell ass. Now, I know I'm about now. It's going to sound like a double standard. I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves. I do. I think women you should keep your hands to yourselves. I think men should keep their hands to themselves. But even though Melody is a grown-ass woman, and even though Melody chose to remain in a marriage with Martell, I could see how you could go upside a nigga head if you find out he out here raw dogging bitches and raw dogging you. Girl, you are literally putting my health, like, girl, you could bring me back anything and everything. And some shit I can't get rid of. So I could see how Melody could go upside Martell's head a couple of times. Sorry, I'm sorry. I could see it. I'm fucking you and you fucking this bitch, and we basically both pregnant at the same time. Because you know Ariana was pregnant more than once. So I could see how Melody could go upside his head when he walked to the house. I could see it. I could see it. I could see it. Now, of course, Martell was like, see, and now if a man said that, if a man said that, we will be off with your head. But I feel like this situation is a little different, Martell. I'm sorry. I just think it is. I told y'all, girl, I'm saying some of everything in this review. What else? Tiffany. Y'all saw Tiffany. Let me say, this is so random. Some of y'all don't know. Some of the girls know. Kendra Scott earrings. You know, I used to work at Nordstrom. When I tell you the girls, and when I say the girls, I'm talking about black and white, and Asians, Mexicans. When I tell you the girls love Kendra Scott earrings, when I tell y'all, we used to get so many orders for Kendra Scott earrings, like all the time. Those were Kendra Scott earrings that Tiffany had in. Now, I don't like them for the reunion though. I hate them for the reunion. But there's different earrings you can get. But girl, the girls love a Kendra Scott earring. Love it. Anyways, girl, I thought I was done. Betty, Stormy's mama. Betty looked nice. I loved her hair. I prefer Miss Wanda over Betty. Miss Wanda comes across as likable. Betty doesn't come across as likable to me. Even with all the shit that Miss Wanda was a part of, I think that there was still a group of people out there who love Miss Wanda. Y'all know Wanda was my girl. Wanda Jean was my girl. She used to get on my nerves, but you know, Miss Wanda damn near couldn't do no wrong in my book. She could, because Miss Wanda used to do too much. We call out Miss Wanda when Miss Wanda needed to be called out. But Miss Wanda was still a likable person, in my opinion. Betty is not a likable person. Girl, y'all could have kept Wanda on the show if y'all was gonna bring Betty on. Betty, this is what's going on with Betty. Betty already has a preconceived notion when it comes to Mel. And this is what happens when you let fans onto these shows. We're gonna have to just call it for what it is. I know that in 2024, it is hard to get someone who has not watched reality TV, who has not watched The Housewives, right? So we know there's nowhere. If you are casted to be a part of a reality show, there's a good chance you watched the show, especially in 2024. This is not the beginning of reality TV. This is not the beginning of Housewives where you probably don't know what's going on. Like, girl, I guess I'll do it. We know. But it's something about when you bring on like the baddies of the world, the Monicas of Salt Lake City. Who else? There was somebody else who I had in my head. When you bring on these fans of the show, and I don't know, I get it that it's hard to bring on people on reality TV in 2024 that haven't watched reality TV, but it's something about these super fans that I don't think they just make good for the cast. I just don't. I think it's one thing to be a fan of a show, to have watched the show, but like, I don't think Betty is good for the show. I'll take Wanda over Betty. I just don't. I thought that she looked crazy at certain points, like at the end when she was like, ah! And then at the beginning you could tell she was ready when she sat up in her seat and was like, I was like, okay, girl. I think Stormy, and this is the thing about mamas. Even if your mama is dead ass wrong, let me tell you something. Even if my mama was on the show, my mama was dead ass wrong, you ain't talking crazy to my mama, because that's my mama. You see what I'm saying? Even though I know my mama probably wrong in the situation, you're not talking crazy to my mama. So that's why I think it's important for these girls to kind of reel their mothers in, because I believe that Melody is not wrong when she curses out or drags or talks to these mamas wrong. Bitch, Melody is a grown-ass woman with 4 or 5 kids. At this point, everybody is a grown-ass woman on these shows. I don't give a damn about your mama being your mama. Bitch, I'm a mama. And ain't nobody talking to me crazy. So it does not bother me when Melody was going after Wanda. It does not bother me when Melody got on the stage and told Betty, I don't even see it for you. Because Melody is a grown woman, and I'm not letting no other grown woman talk to me crazy. Right? But now we're in a position where now you have someone talking to your mama crazy, even though Melody is 100% right. I just think that y'all got to be careful bringing y'all mamas onto these shows. Y'all just got to be careful. Because then you'll be put in a position where now you got to defend your mama, even though you know your mama is dead ass wrong. Now, I don't keep up with Love and Marriage Huntsville. We got to end this review. It's getting too long. I don't keep up with Love and Marriage Huntsville like that outside of the show, so I don't be knowing all the shit that be going on. Based on what I've heard, it sounds like at one point, I guess a recording got out. The fans started attacking Stormy, even going after her business. Melody knew something about it, but she didn't do anything about it. I believe it. I believe Melody set her ass on that stage and told a bold-faced lie. I believe Stormy. I believe that whatever was going on, Melody knew about it. We know those millimeters fans are, girl, sometimes a little psycho. And I'm going to have to just call it for what it is. It's been a couple of times in the past, a few times in the past, where it was a few of y'all who tried to come over here with that bullshit and try to talk to me crazy in the comment section. And I had to get some of y'all asses together. I don't know what type of girl y'all think I am, but the Navies, the Barbs, the Kens, the B-stands, the millimeters, the Tarmatians, Tamarations, whatever they call, don't bring that shit over here, okay? Because, girl, you might catch me on the right day, and we might have to do a tongue tussle in the comment section. Okay? So all I'm saying is based off of my own experience with some of the millimeters, whatever they call girl, I know that they went over there and was probably girl 10 toes down standing up for Melody. And I know how crazy these stands can get. And I'm pretty sure they probably did start going after Stormi's business. And I also think that Melody knew. And she just didn't do anything about it. Anyways, girl, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it, girl. This review is too goddamn long. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.